working with Palestine, and then we cook for them.
Yeah, but she had her stand here too, huh?
Yeah.
40 years ago.
Yeah.
She had this stand right here.
Yeah.
So did she remember me?
Yeah.
You remember me? Yeah.
Má có nhớ không?
Nhớ.
Yeah.
Huh?
Nhớ. Không, 3 ký là coi như là ta ở đây lâu năm không có gì đó. Quét.
Let's ask her son, his English.
Yeah, see if he knows someone who wouldn't mind around here if I...
Yeah, here. This building hasn't changed at all. It's really deteriorated. It's the same as it was 30 years ago. They've done nothing to renovate it or paint it. It's really gone downhill. The elevator's blocked off. I liked for 10 years here. I spent most of my hours in the AP Bureau working, and I'll show you later I had an apartment right underneath the AP. We are almost This was the freight elevator. This was a passenger elevator which never worked. I remember when we had a big story, this elevator was often down, it just wouldn't run. And so I'd dash up 4 flights of stairs or down 4 flights of stairs to the AP office. I wasn't about to wait on that crazy elevator. And this elevator, or this place here, this section here was for storage of motorbikes. In this section was a place, many of the Vietnamese staff had motorbikes, and they would store them in here, in this section, which could be locked then, if need be. And as we walk up here to my left was NBC News Bureau, right? This was NBC right here. 422, how could you ever forget that? 422 AP. Get this number, 422. I spent 10 years here, most of my hours in this bureau, right here, the AP Bureau. And what a memory for me. I get very excited and sentimental in my heart. Maybe I don't show it now. Now that I'm standing here, I feel very nostalgic and sentimental about the AP. And let me see if anybody's home. Somebody has been living here. Maybe they're out of town, or I'll try once more. No. I don't know if I can't tell if anybody is living here now, or simply as they're away. Probably no one is living here. Hello, miss? Oh. Anybody living here? Anybody living here?
Oh, I don't know.
Somebody have the key? Do you have a key?
Yeah.
Oh, here. Okay, we're lucky. Hello. How are you? Hello. Thank you. Hello. Can we come in before I'm living here? Come in? You said we could come in. Kind of partitioned it off. With the AP, I hardly recognize it now in a way because none of these partitions were here. You speak some English? Before I'm living here. So, hello. Before, I just looked, thank you. I stay here. So that's it, I think. I recall the dark room. I seem to recall my desk was like over in that direction on the other side of that wall. So on the day that Saigon fell, April 30th, 1975, I was in the Bureau and I found a bulletin that the South Vietnamese government had announced its surrender. And I got all my story into New York. And then I'm going to show you, I raced down these 4 flights of stairs out into the park trying to interview some South Vietnamese troops and police officers who were coming in to stack their weapons and surrender. And I ran into this police colonel, and I had my notebook out, and his eyes were crazed, and he was waving his arms, Finney, Finney, you know, it's all over, we've lost. And he was fingering his holstered pistol. And I thought he was going to kill me. I figured there was a lot of resentment and anger among the South Vietnamese, feeling that the Americans had abandoned them. And he was fingering his holstered pistol, and I said, God, I survived here 10 years, and now I'm going to die on this last day. And instead he turned around and saluted this war memorial statue, which I'll show you later, and put the pistol to his own head. And he fell dead. He was mortally wounded. Fell right at my feet. But this bureau here, 30 years ago, during the war, it was the nerve center of the Associated Press. Everybody gathered here. Other correspondents would come in here to check out what the AP was covering, to look at our stories that we had sent to New York. We had a clipboard on a counter. We had a counter out there, and we leave these clipboards out for our colleagues to read. They were stories that we had filed during the day. And all of us practically lived in that bureau, so. It's very nice of them to let us in. And it seems so strange now to walk in here and she's cooking and the little baby. It's unbelievable. 30 years ago. Desks, our news desks were right in this area here. If I recall, it's 30 years. I mean, we're in this section. And I can't, you know, if I didn't know it, I couldn't really know that this was the AP Bureau 40 years ago during the war, because I don't recognize it. I recognize it because I know the building, the number 422, but it's just so different now with the making it into 2 apartments. And but I'm pretty sure our news desks were right in this area now, where you see all the clothes and. But it's very nostalgic for me to be back here and to check out the AP Bureau. I think Horst's boss's operation was in the back here. It was kind of in the rear of the department as we go in. The 2 other colleagues who were with me here when Saigon fell, Peter Arnett and Matt Franjola. Keen On, you've got that film, and the North Vietnamese police, the North Vietnamese military officer who showed up in the AP Bureau on that final day. You remember we filmed all of us yesterday, kind of a reunion, and that was something too, because